is going on, guys? We're here. Just thought I'd show you the new wheels on my G35. Check this out. Stage night. 18 by 9.5 plus 33. It's got a 5mm spacer on it, but eventually it's gonna have a GK Tech dual caliper bracket, which is gonna act as an 8mm spacer, so it's actually gonna be poking 3 more mil than that. But pretty stoked on it. Car's in the air, getting some work done right now, but I got the tires mounted, so I thought I would mount them up and see how they look. See the fitment? Looks pretty damn good to me. I won't complain about that at all. Alright, so next thing on the list today, we are working on, I got GK Tech lower control arms coming in, but I got that bushing collar is stuck on the stud coming off the body here. So bought myself a brand new can of MAP gas over there. We're gonna let her rip tater chip and see if we can get her off of there. Set you guys up on a tripod and we'll see where we can go. How much you guys can see in here, but clutch line's right there, so it's kind of sketchy. Hey, might be getting somewhere here. Let's see. Hammer. Excuse me. It is turning, it's just not wanting to come off. All right, I've been tortured and banging this thing for like 15 fucking minutes, so time to move on to plan B. We're just gonna grind it off. It's already sitting there smoking and smoldering. Best tool in the world. Mini DeWalt handheld Sawzall. Take that rubber right off of there. And then we can go right back to town with the noisy guy. All right, engage your safety squints. Well, that's gonna take a while. I'll see you in about 3 days.
One eternity later.
Alright, figured I'd give you a shot before I got it all the way off. So, grinded that edge down until it was almost through. And that loosened it up enough for me to throw a vice grip on it and yank her out of there. Alright, I'll try and get it off while you guys are watching for the rest of the way. Clip right there. Wiggle. Alright, what is up, guys? I finally got my GK Tech lower control arms. We're going to do a little unboxing here today. Obviously, I have not opened these yet. Very excited to see the quality. Everything else I've gotten from GK Tech has been awesome. Not sponsored, unfortunately, but GK Tech, if you're watching, go ahead and do it. First step, box in a box. Alright, love GK Tech's packaging. It's not the most robust, but it is really nice looking. And it is always nicely packaged inside. Wow. Alright. So I didn't really have to buy these, but I started ripping apart my front suspension and all of my bushings were bad. So instead of just buying stock ones, I figured why the hell not, because it's only a couple $100 more for these bad boys. Wow, that is cool. Nice spherical bearing there. I actually forgot I was getting that with that. I thought I had to put a rubber bushing in there. I almost ordered a spherical. Nice finish on there. Oh, a little bit of scuffing happening there. Fortunate, not that it's the end of the world, but a little bit of a scratch there. Then I always think it's funny that they say that these boots are not required, but they send them with everything, so I'm gonna put them on. I don't know. Hopefully there's instructions. I know what those are. Spacers for the spherical bearings on the end by the car. Oh. Bags fell apart. I get it. Okay. Oh, so one of these goes here. Ah, that must be the vertical one. Yep, I get it. Shoot, am I missing a... Oh, they gave me an extra one. How nice of them. That's one thing I love about GK Tech. Their bolts are super high quality. They always include everything you're gonna need. Nice Allen head, thick washers, and a nice black. Anything else in here? Nothing. All right. Well, we'll be looking at GK Tech's YouTube video later. Hey, look at that. Oh, sick. Those are some big stickers. Oh, look at that. Just mentioned it here. Boop. And little instruction guide also if you don't feel like looking at YouTube. Or if you live in the middle of nowhere like me and don't have internet. Cool. I guess we're gonna push all this to the side. I think I'm gonna grab a knuckle and we're gonna start assembling. Alright, so step one is adjust the upper arm to the longest that it goes. So I had to pull that guy out, it was already installed. And according to this, the longest that we can put it, 65 mil from the outside of there to down there. So we're gonna try to do that. 64. We're gonna call that close enough. And I learned this last time, you don't want to tighten down this nut until you actually have it in the car. It's much easier to adjust these just slightly, but then you kind of want to snug it down just in case you don't bump it. All right, so this part is a little tricky. You got these bushings that are really loose and fall all the time. So you gotta hold them in there while sticking it up into here. Not losing any and keeping them all in line. That side went in. There we go. And it sucks you can't really get a ratchet into here, but adjustable wrench 14 works really nice. I'm gonna double check the actual recommended torque specs before I crank these things down too hard. All right, and then we'll get our, hopefully I can get to these guys. All right. I'm gonna double check the torque specs and tighten those down, and we'll get back to you. All right, what's up guys? I don't really remember what the last clip was. This is about a day and a half later. I got distracted by a few things, but we're going back at it. And I did already get the passenger side done, so I'm just gonna show you the driver's side. Hopefully it should go a little quicker, because I know what the hell I'm doing. So, first step here, I already adjusted the upper control arm I actually ended up using the factory specs. OEM length was 50 millimeters. All right, there, I use this one right here. I started at the max, but it didn't quite clear the fenders enough. I'm still gonna have to roll them a little bit, but it's way better. And then the top one, as suggested, I went with the longest one possible. I have it sitting here so I can show you before I throw it in. So this is where you measure from the inside of this bearing, this edge here, all the way to the inside, not the nut. I'll back that off so we can see a little better. All right, and right there. So I'm actually going about 1 millimeter under their maximum recommended length. I didn't like the amount of threads left into here. The threads are like, there's only that much in there, so I just gave it another millimeter just in case. I didn't like it, so that's what we're doing. So before I go throw it in, I'm just doing these finger tight. I've learned you want to tighten it in the car. It's a pain in the ass if you try and get it in there tight, and you can misalign your bearings and end up with it wrong. So next we're going to put on these rubber boots. Get in there, stretch it up. They're kind of tricky to get on there. And if you watch the instructional video on installing these, they tell you you don't need them. But if they include them, I'm going to put them on. So it looks like, let's see, so I'll put it in here. Got this guy here, and it goes, oops, no, I wanted that on, nut first. All right. So next, I think we'll just go bolt this into the car quick. Okay, so here we are. This is what the underside of a G35 looks like. Right here is the son of a bitch that took me 2 hours to get the collar off. And so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wire wheel that guy so our new collars go on nice and smooth. All right, I got what I can with the wire wheel. I hit it with some sandpaper. Oh yeah, just like that. All right, now we got our little spacer. I don't know how well you can see that. And whatever I did with the nut. Okay. spacer on. Come on. There it goes. Don't forget this brace. Who knows how important it is, but Nissan put it there, so I'm gonna put it back. Put the old bolts right where they came out of so I can't lose them. It's a good habit to be in. Put that up there. Stick these guys in here. Just get them hand tight for now. And then throw the big guy on. Oh, come on. Click, damn it. There we go. Now we can do up the shock bolt. And 79 foot-pounds. Click. Thank you. So this is the driver's side. It gets the short spacer. I put the long spacer on the other side already. I'll go put this in and I'll be right back. Okay, so our next step is we're gonna assemble the knuckle before we put it onto the car. So we're gonna take this guy. We take our thick washer, it goes on the top or bottom, it's for bump steer correction. I'm starting with the top. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up keeping it there, but the video I watched said if you have stock arms, you're probably going to put it on the bottom, and if you have aftermarket arms, you're probably going to put it on the top. These have really tight tolerances. Even though there's no nut on the bottom, I still have to screw it in. I'll go look at this guy on. But certain model year, certain models, you need to grind part of the, oh, it's over here, part of the knuckle down right there. So, now we're gonna do some grinding. Go slow, take a little off at a time. Check your fitment. I think that might go. We're gonna give bolted it up a shot. So, as per the instructions, it says do everything very loose to start and tighten it all up slowly as you go, because the fitment is so tight. Another key step, this next bolt. So this piece is actually from the OEM ball joints. I almost screwed up and cut it. You can see there's some chatter marks on it, but I didn't do too much damage and I should be able to reuse it just fine. But don't throw this away, don't lose it, cut it off, heat it up, pry it off, whatever you can do, you need this. Goes right in there where it did factory. Let me take big ass thing. Totally do this on the car, but I think did it on the first side and this is way easier. Click. And there we have it. GK Tech bolt-on angle kit. Meet you on the other side of the car, we'll go throw this in. So, what do you guys think? Should we try some YouTube magic? I don't know if I can do that yet, but we'll see if the YouTube gods will let it happen. Well, shit, that didn't work. I guess we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. I go double check the torque specs on this guy. 65. Go. the kit comes with 2 different length tie rod connectors. This is the long one. I'm putting it on my driver's side because that is where the shorter rack spacer is. If you have an Australian or Japanese car, it will do vice versa. So this part is a little tricky. Took me a little bit of time to get it on there for the other side. Let's see if we could do it a little faster over here. So you want to get everything as lined up as you can. I think we're ready to put the brakes on. Oh no, we'll do the swing arm for or the cut and action. All right, we got to tighten the swing arm connector, guys. If I could use my brain, I would know the right word for it, but I can't. So it's the swing arm connector deal. To start, I'm going with the middle. If you go all the way in, it's softer. If you go all the way out, it's stiffer. I'm gonna start in the middle, see where it gets me. And click. Now, I think we can do the brakes. I gotta open up the new brake caliper, and I'm not gonna go through doing a brake job, so I'm just gonna put it back together and I'll see you in a few minutes. You guys, this is ridiculous. Check this shit out. Got the kit on, got the wheels on. Looks phenomenal. Look at this. Look at that. That is awesome. So I ended up going with 50 mil on the bottom leg, or bottom arm, sorry, not my leg, and the OEM length on top. We'll try it out, we'll see how it drives. I've got clearance everywhere for now. We'll see what happens once it's on the ground. But yeah, it's in, and I cannot wait to give it a shot. Next project is GK Tech dual caliper bracket, brand new OEM, I guess they're not OEM, but aftermarket brake calipers, and Chase Bay's handbrake. Chase Bay's lines, hopefully they're long enough for a sedan. I'm not 100% positive, but we'll figure that out when we get there.